Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. To the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans here in the Western Hemisphere, and to the rest scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth who look like the other nations, but through the patrilineal lineage go back to the Hebrew Israelites, okay? And what we have here is a clip, is a clip of, a couple of individuals that could either be, Eve, or could be of another nation mocking Eve, okay? Either way, we're going to touch up on it because you really can't go wrong on making that assumption, okay? Because why? Eve, for the most part, particular the ninja woman, this is how the other nations see her, okay? If this is not Eve, but this is a mockery of Eve, this is how the other nations see the so-called ninja woman, okay? Because she is loud, she is presumptuous, she want to put herself out there, she have to be seen, and she goes in complete contrary with what the scriptures say, okay? The scriptures say, fall back, know your role as a woman. Don't be trying to, put yourself out there, okay? It's better to be, not seen to be seen, but the ninja woman, she wants to be out there, okay? And if this is not a Eve, but another nation mocking Eve, then that's all the more to prove, that, hey, just fall back, okay? So we're going to let it play. We're going to get a few precepts, and we're going to see how it goes from there, all right? So let's let it play.
The hell is this now? Looks like a bad case of elephantitis. Thought they...
Now, I don't know. Those that look like a so-called black woman, but we can't put that past because we don't know, okay? I mean, Eve is known for wearing extensions, trying to be, like I said, presumptuous, want to put herself out there, want everybody to see her, and it's all for vanity, okay? So whether this is a, Eve or not, this is just I don't even know how to put words to it, but this is just a foolish nation, okay? Because you can't put it past our women, all right? So, because our women, they are curvy, but trying to wear modest apparel, they will do something like this to try to insinuate their curves. So you really can't put it past that this is being an Eve. But then on the other hand, pursuant to scriptures, the Most High would send a nation, a foolish nation to mock us, okay? And we're going to get that in precept as well. So, you really can't tell whether this is an Eve or a woman from another nation, making mockery. But however it be, we're going to let it play and we're going to get precepts.
Found a cure for this. Now, here's another one. This must be some sort of elephantitis meetup group. I wonder if Sir Mix-a-Lot attends the hiking events. I mean, look at this. It makes bowling balls look like BB pellets. Now they're giving Mr. Krabs a run for his money, that's for sure. At least they'll never drown, that's good. At least it has a practical use as a flotation device.
And it seems to be as if they're like in another country, maybe like somewhere in England or London or somewhere like that. So who knows? It could be women from other nations, but you don't know. It could be Eve, man. Because Eve like to wear those long extensions, different colored hairs, and, just be out there, all right? And I'm going to play a clip, from the recent Kamala Harris campaign showing you just that. I'm gonna show you who they put out on stage to, who they put out on stage to prance, and show you just how the other nations think, and that's why you can't put it past this parity if it is what it is, that this could be another person from another nation mocking Eve, and I'm going to show you why they are justified.
guess it's one way to get a rise out of people. Not in the IQ department, though. Obviously, they're hiding something back there, but it makes you wonder what.
I mean, look at this. It could be Esau, Edom, making mockery, or it could be, an Eve. We don't know, all right? But this is just complete folly. All right, and there you have it, okay? And even if it's not Eve, and if it's another nation just making mockery of, just the culture in general where things are at today, stating that, the women of today just want to have, that spirit on them where they just want to, go overboard, okay? Whether it's that spirit as well, we are still required not to learn the ways of the heathens, okay? And this is a practice done by the heathens worshiping the backside. I forgot the name of that worship, but we are not to learn the ways of this heathen, okay? And if I could look it up, I'll bring it out in this video, all right? But this is just a indictment on our people, man, okay? So we gonna use this and we gonna build on it. Now I'm gonna play this other clip recently, and I'm gonna show you why. All right, give me 1 second to pull that up. All right, so here we go. Here it is. Okay, this is why you can't, blame the other nations if that is truly another woman from another nation mocking, the so-called, black woman. Okay, because the black woman puts herself out there just so she could be seen, and heard, rather than play the role and fall back and be modest. Okay, and this is why. Okay, let's see.
And if you want to keep loving your body, you know who to go for. Hey. Now I know my ladies in the crowd love their body. Real hot, girl. And if you want to keep loving your body, you know who to go for. Hey.
All right, you see it, okay? This is a wanton, spirit, man, that our women come in, okay? So this is, complete, this is complete and utter madness, okay? And this is a cult, the worshiping of the backside, okay? Let's go and get that, matter of fact, okay? Because we're not supposed to learn of these other, heathen ways, okay? Like I said, we're going to get them in scripture, so let's get that and look that up. This is Osculum Infame, and it's what? It's a witch supposed ritual greeting upon meeting with the devil. The name means the shameful kiss or kiss of shame, since it involves kissing the devil's anus with let me read that again. Since it involves kissing the devil's anus, his other mouth, according to folklore, it was this kiss that allowed the devil to seduce women, okay? And it's pretty much, a ritual where you gratify and you worship the woman's backside, okay? And that's behind all these BBLs and all this, all this plastic surgery, man, okay? It's all rooted in what? It's all rooted in, wickedness, okay? So it has a root behind it. It has a origin behind it, okay? All these BBLs and this worshiping of twerking and all this stuff, it all comes from something. It all stems from this, okay? So be not ignorant, okay? And hey, we just bringing it out, okay? You seen the first part, where those two individuals was mocking, or, if they were Eve, just showing you how far they're willing to go to make, their bodies a complete and utter, mockery, okay? Adding on to that, making it extenuating the fact that they already have a large rear, but making it more bigger, so we can't put anything past anything. So we're going to cover on all grounds, okay? So let's go get a few precepts. Let's start off in the book of Isaiah 3, and let's go down to verse 16. And you see what it says. Judah's women denounce. This is Isaiah 3:16. It says, moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and one-tongued eyes. And that's how you see our women today. They're haughty. They put themselves out there like that. They want to shake, like that song said back in the day, shake what your mama gave you. That's the type of mindset our people in, man. Especially the so-called ninja woman, okay? She want to be seen and heard instead of falling back, and being modest and dressing in modest apparel, If she got curves, if she got, that backside, she gonna try to insinuate it and put it out there so people could fall more into worshiping her and putting her up on that so-called goddess status, okay? So it says, moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and one-tongued eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Right. So they just have to be heard, man. They got to twerk. They got to be loud, and that's why you could possibly see that as a mockery in that first video, man, as other people seeing how, the so-called black woman is, the ninja woman, particularly the ninja woman, okay? But yeah, the other tribes as well, okay? But the ninja woman, she's the head of it, okay? The other tribes follow after her, all right? And it says what? Verse 17, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And that's why they can't grow that long, lustrous hair that they once had, okay? Because they under that curse, okay? For being one-tongued and having that haughty spirit, okay? That's why it's not, that's why it's not far out to believe that could be a parity, because why? You seen those two individuals with that weave in their hair all the way down to their feet, but you can't put it past Eve to get something like that, because you seen in that video, that little clip, of Megan Thee Stallion, you seen she got weave in her hair, okay? So it's part of the curses of our women, that they would have that scab on their head, meaning that they couldn't grow their hair like they used to back in those times, okay? Back in the ancient times when our women had hair all the way down to their feet, that coarse hair, okay? Now they've what? Since they, took on this haughty spirit, the Most High smite their hair with a scab that they can't grow that hair anymore. So what do? They go out and accentuate and get these long weaves, different colors, and so on and so forth, all right? So it says, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts, right? So he's bringing them out, he's exposing them, okay? And our women got to get in order, man, and this is going to be the last rebellion, this is going to be the last rebellious of our women, okay? So this Kamala Harris is bringing forth a very rebellious spirit, okay? You thought our women were rebellious before, man. They're going to, if she gets elected, they're going to up the rebelliousness, okay? But this is that last push. This is Esau, Edom, last, attempt, because this is this heathen last attempt, because why? This is the last time the heathens are going to rule over us. After this, our women are going to get back into order, man, okay? So we understand, play it for what it is, Esau. Go all out, man, because we know you have but a short time, okay? And we know you weaponize our women against us, okay? That's why, for the most part, we're not dealing with the women on this side, especially of the so-called ninja woman, man. She's the head of them all, okay? So let's go to Deuteronomy 32 and pick up at verse 21. And it reads what? Deuteronomy 32 and 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. Now, this is talking about the nation in general, but hey, we talking about the so-called, black woman, the ninja woman, because why? She's in league with Esau, Edom, man, okay? And she's been given this authority to be rebellious, okay? Making, tinkling with her feet, getting up there twerking, and it's a reflection on us as a man, okay, as a nation, all right, and the other nations see it as well, okay, the other nations see it as well, all right, and that's why they had, if that's a mockery, that's why they had that mask over their mouth, pretty much saying that, hey, Eve need to put a lid on it, man. So it says, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Right. And that's why, you can't put that past that video in the beginning, that could be another nation that the Most High is using to mock, you so-called ninja women, man. Okay. To jealousy. All right. So the Most High ain't dealing with you, in that state of mind that you in, you far gone, man. And that's why the missile's going to come and purge you 2/3 ninja women here in Babylon the Great, man. Because why? You got that haughty spirit, man. Okay. You got that mother goddess that worship, kiss my ass attitude, man. And that all stems from what we said and we read in that Osculum Infame, okay? The worshiping of the ass, okay? And you got simple jakes, they'll do anything. If that was truly indeed a BBL or a woman that got they, backside enhanced, Jake could go crazy to get that, okay? So it says, Deuteronomy 32 and 21, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people, And hey, very much well could have been, a couple of Edomites mocking you so-called ninja women, you so-called black women, particularly Judah, you so-called African-American women. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Right. And the Most High says in Proverbs 126, I will mock your calamities. Let's go there. Proverbs 1 and verse 26. It says what? It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock you when your fear cometh. Right. So the time that you should be repenting, you out here worrying about, getting followers and looks and making dumbass TikToks and stuff like that, trying to insinuate or accentuate and, enhance your backside and things of that magnitude, man. Instead of falling back, being modest and, showing the younger women how to be women and how to be wives, you want to be out here twerking and stuff, man. All right, that ain't coming down. That ain't going down in the kingdom, man. This is why this is your last hoorah with the serpent. Okay, so he gonna use you exactly for what he's doing. Okay, and that's why Kamala Harris prints you out to make mockery. Okay, let's go there and get that in Titus. That's Titus 2 and verse 3. It says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, not out here twerking, because you can look on TikTok and see little women, little girls, little children out here twerking, Why? Because this is what they see through the entertainment, through these TikTok videos, through these, propped up sorcerers, these witches, like Megan Thee Stallion, this is what the little girls of our nation see, and they emulate it growing up. This is why this got to be the last generation, man. This shit can't continue to go on, man. Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Hosea 4 and 6. Okay? That's why we read in Jeremiah 4 and 22 that what? Let's read it. Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22. It says, "For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." Right? They'll get their ass out there and twerk on national TV and make a mockery of themselves, but to stay back and show how to be a wife and a keeper at the home, that's beyond them to do that, okay? That's too boring. That's too dull for them to stay at home, be a wife and a housekeeper. That's too much. No, they got to be out there on front stage twerking, hot girl summer, and all this madness, man, for the other nations to mock, okay? And you can't get mad at these other nations for mocking you when you put yourself out like that, okay? So Jeremiah 4 and 22, "For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding." You go into that word sottish, it's just, mean fool. It says, "And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil." So they'll get out there and put themselves on Front Street and wear things that's not modest, and then wonder why when other nations mock them and make fun of them that they got a problem with it. No, you don't put yourself out there and twerking and wearing that long weave extension, different colors. You're not supposed to wear that. You're not supposed to wear or dye your hair any other color than its natural color, okay? It says, "They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." Right? They have no knowledge on how to be a keeper at home, okay? How to be and dress modest, all right? But why? Because Esau Edom has given them that false sense of security, man. And he's going to strip it away once he used them. Once he had used them for what he wanted to use them for, he going to discard them and cast them away, okay? And don't come crawling back to us, all right? Because we don't want you. All right, you lost your value, man. Just wait and come back into the kingdom. All right. Speaking of you so-called, blacks and Latinos and Native Americans, especially here in Babylon the Great. All right. So for my people, Jeremiah 4 and 22, "For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." Okay. Now, that's speaking for the majority of our people, but in particular, the so-called black woman, man. Not saying that there's not some that, are modest, but for the most part, by and large, the most of our women, especially the ninja women, she out there, man. She want to be seen and heard, okay? And Megan Thee Stallion is a prime example, all right? And they just going to prance and use her and then discard her, okay? She's just being used to further promote Esau Edom wickedness, okay? Now let's go to Jeremiah 10, okay? This is Jeremiah 10 and verse 1. It says, "Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen." That Osculum Infame, that's the way of the heathen, the worshiping of the backside, getting all these BBLs, making incisions and cutting into your incisions for the dead. That goes against what we were told to do, man, okay? Because you making that incision and getting that surgery and putting that extra adage in the backside of your butt, it's all for the dead, okay? It's not for the living power of Yahweh, no, it's for the dead, okay? The Most High is not the power of the dead. Okay, he is the living power, all right? And you worshiping that Osculum Infame, shows that, your allegiance, your alliance is with this system. It's that way. You worshiping the devil, okay? The adversary, all right? You going against the words of the Most High. So it says what? Jeremiah 10 and 1, "Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, Osculum Infame. Okay, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Right, so this is just going into showing you that, we are not to follow after the ways of the heathen, man. Okay, and that Osculum Infame spirit, that's a way of the heathen. Okay, worshiping the woman backside, kissing her ass, and all type of things. That's going off, man. All right, so, repent while you still got time. Stop being haughty. Stop putting yourself out there. Stop trying to be seen and heard, and play your role as a woman and be quiet. Learn in the background. Dress modest. Be keepers at home, okay? Teach the young to be sober, all right? There is power in that, okay? You don't have to be out there and heard just to, just so you can, be seen. No, man. That's not your role as a woman, okay? Your role as a woman is not to be making all that tinkling noise with your feet, having one-ton eyes and a stretched forth neck and out here, that's not your role. Your role is to fall back, be quiet, be keepers at home, be a good wife, and teach the young, okay? And there's order in that, all right? So just wanted to bring that out, man, because you see all these videos popping up, man, and you can't help but to know and ask yourself how much more longer, okay, till this nightmare is over. And we believe through the Spirit that nightmare is coming to an end sooner rather than later. And if it be the Lord's will, this is the year that it all comes crumbling down, man. That Jacob trouble ensues, if it be the Lord's will, and that the women of our nation is going to get in order, okay, in the kingdom, okay, because we know for the most part they're not giving up that little bit of freedom that they believe they got from the snake, the serpent, the snake, Esau, Edom. Nah, they're going to grab hold of that all the way up into the end, all the way until the missiles come, all right? So, hey, be mindful of who you're dealing with, okay? So let's close out with 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. And it reads, be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, all right? And he got majority of who he's already going to devour for what time is coming up, which is Jacob's. And for the rest, speaking of the elect, he can't touch, okay? Are there women amongst the elect? Yes. But by and large, the majority of the elect are made up of men, okay? There's a remnant of women that actually believe and are actually in accordance with what the word says. But the vast majority of the women of our nation goes against this word. Because why? The serpent has propped them up to have their piece of the pie in this kingdom, in his kingdom, okay? And they're not willing to give that up, okay? The serpent has gave them what they believe is their independence where they can, have a career, be equal to the man, and so on and so forth. So they're not willing to give that up, okay? They're going to make TikToks. They're going to go on these campaigns and make a mockery of themselves and then get mad when a woman of another nation mocked them, okay? So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, all right? And with that being said, I pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.